Number five, the way you value a person or some persons in a relationship. I don't just mean platonic, I don't just mean romantic relationships alone, cut across all forms of relationship. The people may not value you the same way right back. You're holding them up there and they are not really feeling the same way with you too. That is life. As painful as that is, that is life. So you just have to learn this, know this and know peace, right? Let me give an instance. You know how the way you value, maybe if you value an egg or a relationship or a person, if something should happen that should kind of like threaten the relationship, you want to do everything possible to see that, okay, let's see what can be done. This thing doesn't have to break. We don't have to. Let's just see what we can do. Like to still have that strong relationship. To still have that strong, whatever it is going on. Again, this is not only romantic relationship, right? So you want to do everything possible, right? But if the reverse was the case, the way they will respond and they would react and they would act, it will look like, if this thing won't break, make it break. I don't even care. So imagine you are carrying an egg and it falls, it breaks from your hand. Some person will be like, oh my God, why would this thing break? And they want to, like, if it's possible, see what it can make out of it. But just see what they can do to salvage the situation and ensure that, the damage is not as bad and they can still make use of what is left. Do you get? That feeling that, oh my God, okay, what can I do? Oh, if they need to like apologize and keep, they will do that and all of that. But some persons, if it falls, I'm using the egg as a sample of a relationship or a person. If it falls, they will just be like, I don't even care, and they will just walk over it, like as though they didn't even value you that much in the first place. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if it's clear, but yeah, sometimes the way you value some persons is not the same way they will value you back. So what do you need to do? Know those who value you the same way you do, and just be okay with that, right? Then number six, without God's grace backing you up, your endeavors are meaningless. Your efforts would not yield anything. Do you understand? So this really got to me. There was a day I was in a keke. I was going somewhere, and the vehicle I entered, the driver I entered, one of these other fellow drivers stopped him. It's like he had a problem with his car or with his vehicle, and was like, "Please just help me, assist me. I'm going to so place." So you just push it from behind, and it was like, "Oh," and he was even said, "I'll pay you." And then I was at the back, and I was just watching and observing. And this my driver he will use his left leg to support the faulty vehicle. He'll be pushing it, applying force with his leg while driving. So if for any reason, maybe it looks like his leg is about to be kind of like pressed between those two, that is his car and the other person's car, or as they are moving, maybe a vehicle is coming in between, something like that, he will remove his leg, put it back, in its own vehicle. Then the faulty vehicle will keep moving, but it's only for a few seconds. It's only running on fumes for a few seconds and stop until the vehicle I'm in, the driver I'm in, will catch up with him again, and then we apply the same force. And at that instant, what I just got was, that is how the grace of God is to us. Is the grace of God backing you up? Is the grace of God supporting you? Is the grace of God giving you that push from behind? that brings meaning, that brings fruition, that yields the results that we desire to get, that just makes meaning to whatever it is you're doing, whatever endeavor you're doing, that adds more value, that adds more I don't know what word to use now, to whatever it is that you're doing. Do you understand? So whenever the grace of God leaves you, and that is what is happening to a few persons, probably ministers or whatever it is, they don't know that the grace of God has left them, so they're only walking on fumes, and then before you know it to be very clear that this person, something is off, something is missing. So whatever it is that you're doing, ensure that the grace of God is backing you up, because without it, you can't really go that far. Mm-mm. You can't really go that far without the grace of God. And Moses understood this, and that's why I said, this journey you're telling me to embark on, if you know that your presence is not going to go with me, I'm not going anywhere. I go nowhere. If you're not going to go with me, I go nowhere. He understood that principle. He understood that. So whatever it is you do, ensure that you have the grace of God, the covering of God's grace backing you up, you know, and supporting you. Because without it, there is only very little one can do or one can accomplish or how far one can go. Do you get that? Then yes, number what now? Number six or number seven? Challenges will definitely come. As long as you're living and you're alive, you would have challenges at some point in your life. But another lesson, one lesson I learned is that challenges or your fears will not bow to you crying, to you lamenting, to you running away from it. Because if you say you want to run away from it, it will keep following you at the back. Yes, it will. And it's not going to bow down to you crying. Oh, you're crying and wailing and pitying yourself. And it will only bow and give way when you face it squarely. You look it in the eyeball to eyeball, and you do whatever you need to do, right? To wait, or for it to bow, or for it to give way. So I think that was on the 30th of December. There was this fowl that was given to us, one very hefty, aggressive fowl. And one day I went out to hang my clothes that I had just washed, and this fowl was attacking me, coming at me. And I think boss was to run. I was like turning back to run. The second impulse, but the way it was, I knew that it was going to run after me. Ha! No way there. So this next thing I was doing, I called her for help. I was shouting like, "Daddy!" I don't know. Maybe he didn't hear me, or my voice wasn't loud enough. And then somehow I just knew that I had to face this thing, because if I'm going to lament and start crying or get stuck in fear, frozen in fear, my skin will be used. The fire will eat my skin, and I would end up getting injured either way. So what I did was to I just summoned the courage, and a thought just came to my mind to use my slippers, the weapon I had, at the time, to hit it. So I put my slippers on one leg, and I missed. Tried hitting it, and I missed. I put the second one. It was coming and charging at me, and I used the sole of the slippers to smack it on the head. And then it came again. I repeated the same process. It came again. I repeated it. I think it was the fourth time. The thing now bowed and cowered down, and kind of like went the other way. And that was when I got this revelation. See, things will pop up, challenges will pop up, fears will come up. You don't solve your fears by running away from it, or by lamenting. You solve it by facing it squarely. However way you need to, whatever it is you need to do, whatever that might mean to you, For me, it meant I had to use my slippers to keep hitting it to defend myself, and I kept doing that until it bowed. So you keep attacking it right back, keep challenging your fears, challenging your challenges, challenging your fears, right back until it understands that you're not bowing down to it, that you're not giving, you're not allowing it to overpower you, or that it understands that you're not going to give in to it, right? And then you break through. Yeah, so these are the few lessons, that I thought to share. And just let me know what stood out for you the most of all of them. And if you have one or two you want to share with us, you have no idea, what that can do to the readers or to the listeners. So please just let me know. Just put it down in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Just let me know if you got value from this. I remain the February 80, and this is Standard Strong Podcast, communicating life values, making great impact. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. You have no idea, this might just help someone, and share, and it's like come your way again next time. Bye.